welcome. I'm Dee, and this is the Unguided Life, where I am taking it one day at a time, bringing guys along for the journey to hold me accountable as I budget my way through life. We need to set up our June monthly budget. Yes, June. I know May is not over, but my June budget starts May 20th and it ends June 30th. And the reason is I am making this a magic/golden month, which simply just means that instead of me dedicating 2 paychecks to my monthly budget for my employer, I'll be dedicating 3 to my employer. Reason being, y'all, just to be honest, it's my birthday month, June, and I just don't foresee myself wanting to be tied down doing this. I need to take a break. I need to regroup, not only financially, but spiritually, emotionally, just a lot of stuff. So I just need to take a quick break. So this video you're gonna see, it's not gonna be the last video you see, but it will be the only one about June. Okay, so I have my June monthly budget overview. This is a high level overview because it just simply talks about the income, what I'm budgeting, breaking that down. It also talks about the actual numbers at the end when I close out. It breaks the expenses that we're going to talk about into categories because I like to see where my money's going in the beginning of the month and then what it actually did, and see if it kind of aligns with my actual goals, not only for the month but for the year. So we're going to move this out the way because we don't need this just yet. We're going to move this over here just a little because we need some room. And we're going to talk about the monthly budget in more detail. First, with the goals. One thing that I have to do is I definitely have to pay my car property taxes, okay? In the state that I live in, we have to pay registration tax and property taxes. I was kind of nervous about this because it's usually based on the value of your vehicle, but it looks like it's not taking into account inflation. So that is a plus, but I need to pay those by the end of this month, which May, because it's due. And we get penalties for going. I don't think we get penalties. I think we get in trouble, but I never pay my late. I'm gonna go ahead and pay it, get my tax. I don't know if I'm actually gonna mail it in like I did last year, or I'm just gonna go to the office. It's depending on how I'm feeling. So the second thing I need to do, I actually am going to do a no spend challenge with no one to hold me accountable. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Reason is I just been spending a lot in unbudgeted, and I really need to hone that in. So we're gonna say 21 days. I want to do 21 days of no unbudgeted spending. Okay, so that means that it's gonna be tight because I don't have no leeway. So let's talk about the income. As stated before, I'm going to dedicate 3 paychecks to this budget from my employer, and the minimum is going to be $1,900. So we're going to times that by 3. I also get a stipend of $153, so I'm going to include that. So that's $5,853 minimum. Now, for the property taxes, part of the amount that's due is going to come from the remaining amount that's left in the sinking fund, and that is $96. Rollover. So I purchased some tickets on a credit card. The individual did give me the money back some weeks ago, but it was no advantage or disadvantage of that particular, like for that card, if I paid it then or paid it now. So I just decided to carry it over. So we need to account for that because we need to apply that to the bill. There has not been any bonuses that have come in. So let's just add that together to see exactly what we're working with for the month. So that's for the month. Minimum $6,000. All right, so let's talk about the expenses. So as stated, it starts May 20th. The first item is credit card number 2, and it's high only because I have those tickets on there. It will go back to being the same, back lower, or regular, should I say, next month. Stars the same, internet the same. Credit card number 3 is my store credit card. I did purchase some new clothing items, so I have to pay that off. So yeah. Student loans D is $74. Rent's the same. Student loans E not due until September. Car note is the same. Gym membership went up $25 because I added Papa. And so I think I'm gonna do June and July, and August take them off. But I gotta see because I'm not sure when he's gonna go back. Netflix is the same. Life insurance is safe. Here go credit card. This is a whole bunch of unbudgeted spending, y'all. $257 too much, okay? That could have went somewhere else. So that's the reason why I'm pushing myself to do the no spend challenge, so this won't happen. Because when I start to look at those unbudgeted, they could have been avoided. So here we go in this column for electric. So I know how much the electric is, but I'm not sure about the amount because the bill hasn't come out yet. Credit card number 4 is $96, so it went down a little. Storage is the same. The water bill, I'm not sure when it's due or how much it is because I haven't received that bill, so I'm going to put a dot there because I need to revisit these items just to update this information when the bills do come in. Phone bill, I'm not sure if it's due on the 15th. I'm guessing at $141 because my phone is paid off. I still haven't decided about keeping that insurance. I don't even know if I checked to see if there was any feedback about that. So I'm going to ask the question again. Since my phone is paid off, should I remove the insurance that was attached to it? In the event that something happens to this phone, I've already decided that I'll just get another phone and or try to pay out of pocket. We will see where we land with that. One thing I do know, I'm not going to do sinking funds with that. So paying out of pocket is simply pulling from my savings. I really need the comments down below of your experience or your advice on what I should do, because I don't want to keep holding on to that insurance if I don't have to. Hulu is due on the 17th and it's $14. The auto insurance is the same. OnStar is the same. Given it's based on the money that comes from my employer and my stipend, because I know that's at that minimum should happen. This is how much I have to pay for my car property taxes. Now, June bills. So because I am extending the weeks from the normal 4 weeks to 6 to 8 weeks or so. I think it's 6 weeks, 7, I don't know. But it's going to go to the end of June. I have to pay the remaining bills for the month. And so those remaining bills starts with credit card number 2, and that's going to be $68. Stars is 10. The internet is $38. And credit card number 3 is going to be $0, and student loans is going to be $74. So that's $190. And I did like that little pause because I was like, sorry about the shaking, did I start the video? I kind of forgot. So let's go ahead and add this all up to see exactly how much these expenses are. Okay, $3,440. Total income is $6,000. So envelope system. So how I determine how much I'm going to put towards my envelope system is simply open up a calendar, writing down all of the events that I plan, putting a dollar amount next to them if it has one, and then totaling it up. Based on that, $1,150 I need to send to the envelope system. For my sinking funds, I need to send a total of $690. For savings, it's $250. Extra debt. So let's see what we have remaining to go towards extra debt after we pay the expenses. We send money to our envelope system. We send money to our sinking funds, and we send to our regular savings. $470. We don't send anything to check and buffer. Let's just calculate that back up just to make sure our numbers match, and it does. So every dollar that's coming in has a place in my budget, and that's what we like. So now we can go back over to here. I'm gonna move this over here, slide that over there, and we're gonna talk about the budget in a high level overview. So we already know we budgeted $6,000. For the paycheck, it's going to be 5,853. For savings, it's going to be 96. So that rollover is going to be 51. Nothing for side income and nothing from the bonus. Okay. So far as giving, we already stated that giving is going to be $585. Okay, and for savings, it's going to be $250. Now, when we talk about the housing, so housing includes, of course, our rent, our electric, our water, and then we have our, what's the last thing that we have? Cable? Not cable, internet, excuse me. And then we have internet, and then we have, is it stars? Maybe that's not. Maybe I calculated that wrong. Let's go to insurance because I can think about that on top of my head. So insurance, we have the life insurance, we have our auto insurance, we have OnStar, and that's $344. Now I do have renters insurance as well as value personal property, but that's already paid for the year, so we don't have to account for that. Let's talk about debt because that's another easy thing. We have our credit card, so we have credit card 2, credit card 3, credit card 1, and credit card 4. We have our car, which is $228, and we have our student loans, and then we also have what we're giving to extra debt, so we account for that. And then lastly, we have our property taxes at $153, so that is $1,582. Then for sinking funds, we account for the sinking funds themselves at $690, but then we also have the June bills that we have to put aside. So any money that comes in, we put towards that. We're holding it until it's time to pay the bills. So it's going to give us a total of $880. Then for the envelope system, it's going to be $1150. So this is where I don't know why I'm having a hard time, but lifestyle. So lifestyle is usually items that I can take on a go, so I can do it while I'm at home or while I'm away. So things that falls in that category is the phone. Let me just make sure I zero that out, which is the phone. We have Hulu. We have, let's see, our storage. We have Netflix. We have stars, and we have our gym membership. So that's $233. Housing. So we have, for housing left, things that I haven't talked about just yet was the internet. We didn't count for that. Rent, we didn't account for that. Let's see what else we didn't count for. Water is $50, electric is $88, so that's $976. I told you it just took me a while to make my way back there. So let's talk about their percentages, because I like to see exactly how much and where my money is landing. So we do 585 divided by 6,000, and that gives us 10. And that is 15. So let's just first count up the dollar amounts to make sure those are correct. All right, that's correct. So let's calculate up the percentages. And let's make sure those are correct. And then okay. So We budgeted $6,000 and total expenses $6,000. So this is 0. So based on here, most of my money is going to debt, and that will look like, oh yes, thank you, but a good chunk of that is going to credit card number 1. And if I didn't have to pay that unbudgeted, I would be able to put over $700 towards that minimum on towards my car. So that's the downer. Let's see, lifestyle and savings are neck and neck. Then we have insurance and housing that really don't change that much. The envelope system, I am giving more this time around, again because I'm counting for those additional weeks as well as events. So yeah, this is how I set up my monthly budget. And when I return, I'll just talk about, like, give a high level overview of how June went, and then we'll be budgeting for July. In the meantime, in between time, peace.